Hello and welcome to Dell's Gaming. I'm Dell and the game is From the Depths. We are continuing the single player campaign where hopefully we are going to take on a new enemy this session. So without further ado, let us start the single player, load it up and see what the map's like. Welcome to the map. And we are now in position, but there's a few changes I've made I'll show you before we get into this battle, and possibly, depending on how long this takes, we'll see what their reactions are and whether we can take over these other two areas as well. This is going to be a big test, as this is a Fort 83 and the Onyx Watch are not, they're using more advanced ships than the Deepwater Guard. I'm expecting a lot more bigger cannons, a lot more metal being used, a lot more metal for us when we destroy them, but generally, you know, a much tougher situation. Now, first of all, I decided to beef up our forces a little bit. So starting with the Atlantis, I did a little bit of a redesign. If we have a quick look just to see what we've done, so some of it you'll see when it goes into combat, and hopefully it will work. Now the first part is not easy to see. This is, apart from some obvious forces with some just some extra cannons, I've taken off the NPCs. They were causing a bit of a problem. It's a pity because I like them, but you know, we can't have everything, you know, if they're causing issues. Some of the upgrades, a lot more metal. Because we've got metal now, I have upgraded the turret areas to be metal. I have put the covers for the two main areas to be metal. And I've also now created a new, very large, short-range missile bay. This is firing a couple of medium range, short range under 500, so they supplement the short range missiles here. The other area I've added is not quite so obvious. Hopefully this will work. I do hope this works. These are some quite large noodle sticks, as I call them here, some chopsticks of missiles. If we get into build mode a little bit, oops, don't really want to get into there, let's go to the hull. These are rather large missiles with a very long range, but you're going to say, how the hell do these fire? Well, we're using my little spin block tactic, as always, to just give them a little, if this works, they pop up and they should be able to fire, although looking at that they won't. Okay, there's an immediate problem there. See, I've done something wrong. Let me just quickly see if I've got that angle incorrect. Maybe it should be 30 degrees. Let's try that again. I'll try that one more time. Yep, something is blocking that. Okay, I'm going to have a look at that before we go into the battle, just offline. But that will fire some long-range missiles. The intention is to pop up. I've obviously made some change in the design which has now affected that, and it's not quite working as I would like it to. It's obviously catching on something which is stopping it moving. Interesting. That's intriguing me now, and obviously annoying me. Potentially, what could it be? What could it be? Test that again. Let's see. It could be this up here. It's catching on. Again, let's just check the other block. It's not the other one which is causing it to give a problem. No, it's not to be that. The last change I made was here. Okay, let me sort this out offline and we'll go around. Also, there is a lot more metal in this. Although the top is wooden, underneath here are metal beams. So it's just about all covered in a second layer of metal. There's also this is a skin, there is a shield underneath the wood. This is against missiles and is to deflect any fragmentation missiles. So basically, a bit of an all-round change, but we'll look at that. Obviously, I need to do some work on it because it's not perfect. The other area we'll go and have a look at is we've added to our Aquanaut fleet a new little sub called the Walrus. This is basically a missile boat. It's support fairly long range. You know, we've got quite a lot of laser guided missiles and some air-to-air missiles, but it's generally gonna fire out a crap load of quite heavy missiles. Range is medium, 800, 900 meters. So it will make its way to the floor quite happily, hug the floor, and you can see it's very well shielded. These are the laser guidance for the missiles, which is the main missile bay, which is on the top here. This missile bay will be what it will be firing. These in a staggered approach. These are just for any air-to-air targets that come through, and it has got a few torpedoes here that it launches, although they're vertical launch torpedoes effectively. So they will fire and track down. Now, one thing I've made a change with all my torpedoes, most of them so far, is change them from sonar to infrared, because the sonar just basically was not working very well, unfortunately. It is a real pity. I really wish that it would work a little bit better than it does, but I've changed them mostly to a infrared seeker. These aren't fast torpedoes, they are just a slow torpedo. Okay, we'll bring this back out of play just for the moment. So that's the main changes. Now I will now just go and check the Atlantis one more time and see if I can sort out that little problem, because we've got a little bit of time, because we're just about in position. But so when we come back, I will have sorted out hopefully this Atlantis issue, and also get in range for our attack. Okay, right, now I have sorted the issue with the Atlantis, so we are ready to get into the fight. Now the plan, if there is such a thing, will be to first of all engage with the subfleet, and then bring in the fortress into range, so it will be able to range the fortress here, and also the defending fleet, and the rays to come in behind. Now the idea, this is overwhelming force here, because I don't know what I'm going to be up against, so I want to have as much available forces just in case. Now the first thing we are going to have to do is go and make war. So at the moment we are is friendly, so we're gonna basically upset them. We're gonna just basically, let's make sure I get the right one. Friendly, yeah. We're gonna declare war. There we go. Right, now they may already have trying to attack somewhere. Not at the moment, which is good. Right, okay, so now as soon as I move this fleet in now, where's our subs? Aquanaut fleet. It will precipitate a defensive maneuver from them, and their defensive fleet will hopefully go and attack it. Just speed up time there a little bit, just to get them in. Now we don't have to keep an eye out for any of their fleets coming in to attack us. So let's see, that's in. We should see there we are. It is a Telemachus 5 with a strength of 81. Okay, this could be interesting. Now we're going to bring in the Ray fleet as well. Whoops, let's get that there. Ray fleet are going to go to here, and the fortress is going to make its way basically towards this resource zone, so we can take it on. Okay, let's first of all engage this fleet first. Now, because of their thing, I want to make sure we can take all the points. So I might have to, because of force points, the way the game works with force points, I'm mostly going to have to bring this force all the way over here first, to ensure that we get as many force points as possible. They've got a strength of 81. I need to make sure I get a high strength as well. So they are now also blockaded, and the fortress we will actually just hold at this position here. Now I think that turn, it's got to be out of, one problem with those big long missiles is it must be turned to face its enemy. But let's see what we've got. Is it turning? Yes, it's turning. Okay, so now ready for battle. So we're going to kick off with the walrus. We'll teleport to that force. Right, we're not on any missiles. Let's just get myself into a interesting position. How are we looking? It's going to be close. This could be interesting. So I will do the usual, bring in the forces as I can. Is it going to show us what force points? Until I start the battle, I'm not going to see what force points. They seem to have some interesting ships coming in though. Right, so what we're going to bring in, we need, first of all, we're going to start with the walrus. There we go, we've started spawning. We've got 60 points at the moment. Let's see, very slow. Okay, let's see if we can get that in. Let's see if we can bring the Atlantis in. Cool, good. And a couple, and his support. Sea lion, yes. Blue urchin, yes. Okay, we're able to bring. Now we have 15 and we've brought in 88.5. They've got 26 points. Ooh, so they have got, right, so what we are now going to have to do, how's our fleets doing? This could be interesting. I need to make sure that all our fleets are working. Let's make sure all of our AIs are combat, on, combat and on. Good. And we have some missiles being shot at us. Okay, well, it's nothing coming in. I'm guessing there's a whole sheaf reload of torpedoes heading in this way. It does look that way. Yeah, torpedoes are heading in. Someone's firing missiles at us, but they're not reaching us at the moment. Let's go and have a look at our enemy. They were going for, what have we got here? What have we got? That, I guess, must be the Telemachus of some description. Not seen the sailing ships. So they've got this little, let's look at this here. This must be the Telemachus. Very nicely put together. Let's have a look. No, that's a Constitution refit. Ooh, not what I expected, but hey ho. What have we got here? Constitution. Ooh, firing a lot of weapons. This has got a lot of guns. What have we got here? A Rampart refit. Seems to be getting a lot of refits here already. And we have here the close enough. No, it's not giving me that. Come on. I'm missing some of the action here. Let's not worry about this. I guess must be, what are we? What are you? You're a glaive. Ooh. So you're firing lots of missiles, Mr. Glaive. Where's this Telemachus then we were supposed to be against? Right. And you are what? You are Bastion. Ooh, interesting. So I'm guessing you must be the Telemachus. You look a bit small though. Oh, someone's fired their missiles. They were a little short by the looks of it. And what are you? What are you? You're a Telemachus? You're a Telemachus. Okay. So they had a lot of force points here. They're beating us considerably on the force points. Right, let's see. Are we doing any damage to them yet? I don't think we're even in range, unfortunately. I was hoping we would have been shooting more. We have got a lot of torpedoes heading in. How about the Atlantis? Is the Atlantis actually doing anything at the moment? Oh, I think they need to come. Look, no, I didn't take him out. Let's go and have a look at the Atlantis, see if it's actually firing and doing anything useful. It's going to take a little while just to get there. Dum-de-dum, dum-de-dum, dum-de-dum-de-dum-de-dum. It's running a little slow, to say the least. Everything is heading in though. This is why most of I don't have to do the video at such a high level, because this. Now, one good thing is, I think this weekend he may Nick, who is the designer, is coming out with a new version. Now, hopefully, it won't stop us running the game we have at the moment. It will just add performance because it'll be Unity 5. Fingers crossed. Hopefully we won't have to do anything with the game. How are we doing? Are we actually shooting anything at this moment? No. Now, potentially, is it because nothing's in range? Let's have a look at our Atlantis. It's not showing me if anything is in range. Okay, let's go and have a look at the Walrus, seeing how that's doing. Yeah, Atlantis so far is not shooting, which is potentially because it's not in range of anything. Is the only possibility there, I'm guessing. It's taking damage. Oh, okay, that's its thing. It's taking damage. How's our Walrus? It's 900 meters from its target, still closing. So potentially it was just slightly out of range. I think its ideal range is about 800, 900 meters. Oh, I can hear some firing now. Potentially, what have we got here? That looks like a sub, SEAL sub, and who's launching some missiles. Come on, taking a while to get there. It's like a slideshow at the moment. This is not good. Okay, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh, he is firing his main batteries by the looks of it now. Or then that's torpedoes are being fired at the moment. That's some torpedoes. Oh, no, I think his mains are also firing now. Interface off for the moment. Let's see, it is firing up. He is firing his missiles out, but they're not going anywhere at this moment. We've got a lot of missiles on the surface. Whereas potentially they're not getting out of the surface before they try and fire. Those ones are up, there they go, they're up and away. Looks of those, they are firing quite nicely, so they fired quite happily. Let's see if we've got some more coming out now. Okay, let's go and have a look at the enemy, see if they're taking any damage. There's a lot of missiles with proximities on them. Now they could be torps. Are they torps? Are they actually moving forward? Looks like they are, but just very slowly. So, they're working, but the missiles are not getting out of the water by the looks of it. Like this in this particular area. So what we will need is to find some way of... well, we might have to put some ejectors in. There's a lot of missiles. There's a lot of torpedoes heading out, which is good. There's a lot of missiles not getting into the air, in my view. Let's... they don't seem to be taking much damage at the moment. We'll see. Let's see what sort of ships we've got here. Quick little screenshot. See if they look like they've had any damage. Telemachus actually seems to have disappeared, which might be good. Although that glaive is repairing the other ship, which is not ideal. We have we got items coming in? Let's see. We've got torpedoes. Look like those torpedoes are coming into against them. Slowly, but they are coming in. Some of them just seem to be a little bit out of range, I guess. Let's see what my forces are like. The Atlantis is holding up. That's fine. We seem to be okay. Right, now we've got some more force points we could bring in if need be. We could bring in the Stingray or the Raytheon fleet. I think they'd have quite a nice field day. But I want to see if the subs can manage to take these ships out. By the looks of it, we've got less force points than them. So I think we've got a lot smaller fleet than theirs, by the looks of it. So it's mostly effective, but will it actually work? Now these missiles seem to be coming in a little bit better now. They were in the water and it didn't like it. They obviously need to go into the air more before they try and fire out. The torpedoes are doing very well. They need to be a little bit quicker though, I think, the torpedoes, by the looks of it. So, luckily we haven't seen any aircraft yet, so most of these are seaborne fleets, which are perfect for the torpedo launching. We'll just get over here a little bit. No massive explosions so far. Screenshot there, just check our forces still. Yeah, Atlantis is fine. I could, as I say, I don't want to bring in the Manta or the Stingray at the moment. I want to see if the Walrus and the other ones can manage to get these out. So, let's see, where are the various fleets? Let's see, they are there, and the Aquanauts are now pretty close. So they are all getting in, should be getting into range now. Oh, this is very slow at this moment, which is a problem. We have a lot of missiles attacking, but some of these missiles should be coming in at a high arc, and they're not. They are coming in far too low. They are attacking though. The idea was that they should pop out of the sea and then attack. Now we need to get rid of this glaive, because the glaive is repairing the Constitution, even though it's getting attacked by all of these torpedoes. It's not actually doing enough damage. The Atlantis itself seems to be sticking quite well away. Okay, that's fine. It can be just protective. That's fine for it. See, look at all these missiles that are out there. The two urchins from the Atlantis fleet are attacking as well, which is good. What do we have here? We seem to have a number of ships going forward. Lots of missiles and torpedoes out there. I'm just disappointed with the walrus at the moment. That is see, now his missiles are coming out of the air. Maybe it was a distance thing. Maybe it was not up to scratch. It's now at 760. I like this view because you can see the distance to the target and what your ship is doing. So he's still closing. The sub-walrus is still trying to close. So obviously the settings for him are to be a little closer, around the 500, 600 meter mark one looks of it. Right, because this is going so slow, I will potentially cut back when something happens interesting, rather than keeping this going in this like screenshot mode. We'll see what happens. Now, ooh, look at all those shots going out of that Constitution. Amazing broadside he's firing there. Let's see what happens. So if we get some serious combat, I will cut you back. Right, well, welcome back. Now we have taken a big toll of their forces here. Eventually, it was mainly with torpedoes, nothing amazingly exciting. Our missiles from the Atlantis did start to come in, and the Walrus. Now, the Walrus's problem was early on, it took a big hit, and it basically took out a big portion of the ship's missile system. So it was just not able to eject the missiles. They're now coming in quite nicely. Now that it's repaired itself and in range, you can see that those missiles are coming in, and they started to really take out the enemy forces quite nicely. Our subs also got into a good range. You can see them even underneath now, and the limpet's actually doing its nice job of launching a load of mines on this the larger targets, which is an excellent idea. Which is its main purpose, is getting close and just launch mines. It's not great at it, but it does a good job. And we've got torpedoes coming in. So this has mainly been a good torpedo-based attack with the missiles from the Atlantis. On the Atlantis, the long-range missiles just didn't work. It didn't open up when the enemy came in. So I need to have a look at my opening sequence, or just have it automatically open up. As soon as it's in combat, it opens up. And there we go. There's another one done. I think we actually have finally managed to take this force out. Excellent. So it was a little bit of a challenge there. More challenge than I would have liked. And we have taken the resource zone as well. I don't even know if we actually had to attack anything at the resource zone, but we've taken that as well. So now Fortress can now head to the resource zone. Again, as I say, the Atlantis did take some damage, and I am going to change the go to the Atlantis. Let's take out which forces need preparing. The Aquanaut fleet are fine, they can come out. So they did work well once they were in range. And the Atlantis, we'll go to the Atlantis. We'll take out his 2 support vessels, but we will walk to the chair. I think will be the quickest way. There we go, and repair this. Now I'm going to change this, unfortunately, just for the moment, to make this so it's permanently raised up by that 20 degrees and not have it automatic, which is a disappointment. I will have to have a look at this later. So all we will do is have that activate every 30 seconds. So every 30 seconds it will simply raise that up. There we go. It could be because I'm wondering whether it's because these blocks, it's somehow it thinks I'm on here and not on the hull. Now we need to disable the other one, which is the one that turns it off. So we will turn that one off and get rid of this spin out totally for the moment. There we go. So it's just nice and simply we'll raise it up. There we go. So it's just going to leave it like that for the moment. Now what we might do is give it a bit of shielding. Just a small shield in the front here, just to protect it from any nasty missiles that are coming in. So to do that, we will have to take that one out and blocks, some blocks on the front of here, I think. Oops. Blocks, and this one, then put in a shield projector. Make sure we get it the right way around. There we go. And finally another metal block in front of it. There we go. The shield projector. We need to set up. Whoops, that's not right. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Go. Oh, come on, give me that Q. Come on. Some days. Right. Q and Q. Right, let's get out of here so I can see what it's doing. Right, we will reflect. Anything will reduce the range. It doesn't need to be quite so much. Right, width. There. So we've got that high and about that wide. Level 10, thank God. And we'll put it back on there, on the thing. It's already angled, so we don't need anything angling on there. We need to just push that out just so it's just in front. I think that looks about, might need a bit more width than that, I think. Looks of that. About there, and a little bit more about there. Okay, let's have a look at that. See if that seems to be protecting it. A little higher, I think. Just a little bit. There we go. So this is what it takes with all the designing and everything. It's just a little bit jiggling around with figures all the time. Okay, let's go back to the hull. Okay, so that's fine. So that will just sit there like that, ready to fire. It will do for the moment. I will have a look at that later. The rest of the weapons did work very nicely. Right, let's now go and we'll just save that. Cool. Right, we'll save that. Right, let's have a look what we have coming up. It's back to normal, so we will take it out of play. We will check the map, see if anyone's decided to try and retaliate. No, we haven't got any retaliations yet. So we have this now. So our fortress is now going to go to here, and then it will build a resource collector. The fortress will then head ready up this way, so it's going to head into this force whilst our other two forces take this area one. Now I'm going to do one more attack here with the Ray fleet this time, and the subs as backup. The subs will actually head over to here, so we're going to send the Ray fleet in against this force 52. See how it does. And then I think that will be, we'll see if we can get a more interesting battle this time. That last one, it was spending a lot of time trying to work out what was happening with all the fleets. And this time I want to actually have a battle to show you. So let's just speed up time a little. Get into a position where we can actually take these on. Right, our Aquanauts fleet. It's just gone night time, so we'll wait until it becomes daylight again. Don't want to fight at night. No point in doing that. And the fortress is very slow. I'm tempted to replace that fortress. I'll have a think about that. Right, so it's just come daylight, so let's put it in and see what forces we get coming out to us. First of all, let's see what they come up with. So we have a bastion. So, okay. Now, just to be on the safe side, we're going to put this force here. And we're going to blockade. Oops, there we go. We're going to blockade that force. Just in case we need the support, we're going to leave the subs here ready to jump in if they needed to. Now this force here is, well, it's a bit slow. 3 meters a second. It must be a fortress of some description. So seeking reprisal. They don't like us. Well, that's their problem. They shouldn't be near us. We want their lands. A 91. Okay, so this time on this particular combat, I'm going to stay a little bit closer to the action, and we'll see how our stingrays and the mantas do. See what type of force points. Now we're getting lots of resources at the moment, which is great. Means we can spend some of those resources on a new ship potentially. And maybe it's time for a new ship to come into play. Okay, let's we'll go to the Stingray. Make sure I'm not on, I'll be on 1, so I'm not on any weapons. Okay, there we have a fair bit of forces here. We'll watch them over here. We've seen the Stingrays before. We'll see what gets forced in and see what forces come in. Now I'm just going to bring the whole fleet in for the moment. There we go, nice little bit of lag whilst everything loads up. About even. Right, let's go and have a look. Interface off. He's actually got balloons. Is he a flying ship or something, or is that just to stabilise him? Interesting. What is this? Interesting ship. Interesting ships. I like these interesting ships. Let's have a look. It is a Strawsland. 400 RP points. I like these ships. I like these sailing ships. It's quite impressive. That's the Bastion, and it looks like we have a Constitution. Right, this is getting quite nicely hammered by the Stingray or one of the Mantas. That looks like that's doing a good job there of taking some of these buggers on. Which is exactly what I'd like to see. Lots of damage and explosions. Oh yes, let's get a few more if we can get some more. Let's see. Yes, Stingray, that's doing that some serious giving some serious problems there. Yes, I like having screenshots. Something like a good screenshot. How about everything else? Right, this Bastion is not moving. That's not I'm not too unhappy about that if it doesn't shoot me. Coming in with something, and we have torpedoes coming in as well. That's a lot of points we're getting from these particular ships. This looks good. Looks very good. Stingrays are doing its thing. We'll have a check to see what Stingray's taken a little bit of damage. but nothing too much so far. The other two are perfectly fine. So obviously the Bastion is doing a little bit of damage. We'll have a check of the Stingray, see how it's doing, see how it's faring. But it's quite happily shooting away at the same time, so it's doing enough damage against them. Come on, speed up, speed up. Yes, it's quite nice. It's just sitting below the surface. Looks like you can't see the shields, so I'm guessing the shields are still active. Might need a bit more shielding on this. It's still firing quite happily with its gun, which is good. It's repairing itself. And oh, now the Manta, look at the rate of fire coming in from the Manta. I'm hoping that is from the Manta and not into the Manta. Let's just have a look. Yes, its secondary guns are now in range, and look at that amount of cannon fire it's putting in there. That's excellent. Oh, we seem to have restarted. Right. Oh, we had a bit of an explosion there. I think I may have missed a little bit of this battle because I've just noticed the recording software just restarted itself. Hopefully you get the most of this. That was a nice ship, the Strausland, and this is, was this a Constitution again, or what is this? Let's just check what ship this was. It's very interesting. Meridian, not seen that before. So quite a few sailing ships, but not really effective at this time unless they get very close. But look at the amount of secondary ammo. The secondary guns on this ship, on the Manta, were really designed for air-to-air. That's why they're fairly inaccurate. They're designed, anything that's flying has to fly through a hail of cannon fire. The main guns are designed to be accurate, and that's some nice accurate shots coming in there. It's obviously decided to concentrate on this ship. I guess this is, it looks like two Bastions. I think this is a Bastion. Is this a Bastion again? What have we taken off of it? Let's have a look, see how many blocks it's got. Yes, we've taken about 400 blocks off, which is good, and so again, it's another 500 RP ship, so most of my ships are only 100 or so, so we're doing well. Oh yes, look at that getting mullered. It don't like 'em up 'em, Captain. It doesn't like it up 'em. Yes. Significant amount of shots coming in there. All the ships are taking it, so these have been very effective actually. The various, my Manta and the Ray fleet have been more effective than the subs were previously, I believe, in my view. But they've done very well. A few misses, but you know, you can't have everything, that's the way. I remember something about battleships in that to get one hit they had to fire 100 shots because of the inaccuracies of their guns and the ranges. So the secondary shots are now coming on this target, so the secondary guns don't do a lot of damage. As I say, they were designed primarily for aircraft, but every little bit helps. He hasn't got his turrets anymore, so I'm guessing they're going to be taking this out relatively soon. There's the big shots coming in. That's the Stingray's big shots. Now the Stingray doesn't fire as many shots, but each one of those is a significant amount of damage every shot. It doesn't arse about really. Yes, I'm taking lots of photos. It's a pity about the little ka-ching. Well, I don't know, I quite like it. Yes, I think we're going to be winning this battle as well, which is excellent. As I say, hopefully the recording did get all of this battle. It did restart, but I hope that it got the start, or you've got the most of it. But I think you've got the important bit, which is things blowing up. The big boom. We like a big boom. We like big booms. We like it. Kaboom. Yes. Look at that. Serious amount of damage, right? So, has this one got anything left of him? Or is he effectively dead as well? Yeah, I think he's just about dead. He's got no offensive armament. So the Manta did very well there. Actually, the Manta Ray was a good overall round ship. So I might think about getting another Manta Ray for them, for that little fleet, just to give it a little bit of power, because that seems to be fairly effective. At the moment, anyway. Against the Onyx Watch, it's cannons versus cannons, and we're getting better firing. Although I still want to have a look at my subs. Excellent! Did we take any much damage? No, we repaired our damage as well. Okay, we'll take them out of combat. Okay, now looking at the time, and after those two combats, I will call the episode now and catch up again later. We will make a few changes. I'm going to bring this recon balloon in. Just be ready, and our Aquanaut fleet will get ready to fight in here. Offline, I will build a new resource gatherer for this for the Atlantis, for this area, although the Atlantis is going to be gathering it at the moment, and then move the Atlantis on, ready for the next, to take on the next area. It will take a while to get up to this area. In the meantime, we can prepare the fleets to take on these two areas before there, and I will look at some of the ships we have. We've now got a good amount of materials. I'm thinking a couple of different types of potential ships we need to look at. One is I'm going to call the Leviathan. Yeah. Okay. English. Anyways, what anyone would have thought I'm supposed to speak it. Leviathan will be a very large submarine. I'm guessing a long-range submarine for the Aquanaut fleet, or maybe on its own, just to basically have sort of like the battleship equivalent of a submarine. Lots of missiles, torpedoes, defences, armoured, usual thing. Also, we'll look at if I can fit it in with the basic Atlantean style, either some sort of quick response fleet. Now, we either high-speed subs and or hydrofoil craft, or potentially aircraft. At the moment, I think we're okay. Maybe the Ray fleet actually could be our quick response. They are that little bit quicker with their they have a speed of 10 as opposed to 5 now. These Walrus sub has made it. The new Leviathan, I'm going to try and have a speed of around 5.6. It's not, speed is not as important as survivability, but still better than the Fortress. The Fortress is still only the 2.9, so that's very important. Okay, well, I will see you next time. If you liked the video, please click on the like button below. If you've got any comments, or think that I could have a look at some other different type of ship, or you think I could do something differently, please leave a comment, good and bad, I don't mind. Please just let me know what you think. Subscribe and you will find out about the next video that I put up. I'm going to try and do these a little quicker, so stay tuned. Thank you very much. Have fun.